Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Haven't actually named this one yet. Or uploaded the first video. So I don't know how it's going to be received, but we're going to keep going with it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about the fabled wheel of NBA teams where we just spin the wheel. Whoever it lands on, that's who this video is going to be about. And then I just have to make it entertaining from there. So without further ado, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, can you guys see that? Okay, yeah, we got a little something going. Oh, is it the Pistons? It is the Brooklyn Nets. Wow, okay, so the other one that I recorded. Oh, man, is this the Kevin Durant video? Is this the Kyrie video? Are we really about to do it? Am I going to jump on this train really late, and then people are going to be like, why is he just now making a video about it? And I'm going to be like, it's not my fault. The wheel told me to do it. And they're going to be like, what the hell is the wheel? And I'm going to have to explain the entire lore of Motown Noah and what happened in the last year. And oh, my God. So the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, well, you hope that Joe Harris doesn't shit the bed. If I'm a Nets fan, that's what I'm hoping for. Does it not feel like the writing is on the wall? And like, to me, it doesn't feel like Joe Harris is a Net. It feels like somebody got traded without getting traded. And I'm just kind of like living in the future with this one. Am I getting through to anyone? What's going on with Blake? What's going on with Blake Griffin? Am I missing something? He's a free agent, isn't he? What's going on? Brooklyn tried to be like, we love Blake Griffin. And then for like a few playoff games a year ago, he was like, wait, Blake is great again? What is going on? He's awesome. Blake reborn. For the record, 2018-2019 Blake Griffin is the best iteration of himself ever. It just so happens that he was playing in Detroit. But what's going on with Blake? Get him into Phoenix, finally, after all these years. He was supposed to sign a $200 million contract with them a few years ago. And then that's actually the same offseason when the Clippers when they retired his jersey, and there was like a choir and stuff, and then 4 months later they fucking traded him to Detroit. So get Blake Griffin on a team, first of all, would be the first order of business. Let's do the KD and Kyrie thing. So the KD and Kyrie thing, okay, people always pick sides. It's trendy to pick sides. I can only like one of them. I can't like both of them because that's corny. And then you're dick riding. That's what they'll say. Which, by the way, this new trend of like, here's a compliment. Like, this guy is nice. I like him. Dick rider. It's like the XQC meme. Shut up. My God, you guys are fucking annoying. I talked about it a little bit in a previous video where it's like, yeah, even if Kevin Durant created all the problems that he's upset about, like, you got to fire the coach and you got to get rid of this GM. It's like, well, I guess maybe he didn't have a say in the whole Sean Marks part of this. But the Steve Nash thing, without question, had a say. I'm sure I could. It's probably not that hard to source a bunch of articles where it's like, yeah, Kevin Durant was a co-signer on this decision, as I'm sure Kyrie probably was too. We know this. So it's a bizarre look. And this is why I hate that I have to be talking about the Nets right now, because it's like so many people will have already made videos about this, and I hate that I'm even late to this. You know what? Unprecedented. I'm vetoing this. I'm vetoing the wheel. We're spinning again. I'm not doing Brooklyn. Brooklyn fans, I'm sorry. I don't want to do it. You guys are going to not be fun to me this year. Okay. Minnesota. Ooh, Minnesota. Getting a little twofer in this one. You got a little Brooklyn. You're going to get a little Minnesota, too. Here's the thing. There was a lot going on with me when the play-in stuff was going on. Are people mad? Were people mad that Pat Bev was, like, hype about winning a play-in game? I think those people are corny. I don't think, like, I know that people are typically tired of the Patrick Beverley regimen or whatever it is that you think that he is or does. People are over it, and people don't think it's fun or cute anymore to like be an agitator. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome. And like when you come in and you sort of embody a city and a franchise in the way that he was, and the fans are able to identify with him and he's able to identify with the fans, and you have this collective, like a lot of the people who shit on this are the ones who have good franchises. Like, it's okay to celebrate even these, these minor victories. It's kind of like when you celebrate winning the lottery, something that I very famously have done, right? It's like, what is the celebration here? You're happy because you're the worst because you stink. It's like, no, it's because you're getting a really good player, right? But it's the principle of it, right? Where people are celebrating this play-in game, this victory, even though it's not officially a playoff game. I don't know. I just think it's, as somebody who roots for a lot of really, unsuccessful franchises, especially in my lifetime at least, like the Lions come to mind. Even the Tigers in recent years, especially this year, although Alaville is gone, so we're good there. Who is this about again? Minnesota. So get off their backs. They're rooting for Kirk Cousins every Sunday. Carlos Correa is going to dip after a year. Are the Wild good? I don't know if the Wild are good. So, what else do they have going? They've been wasting Karl-Anthony Towns. By the way, the best shooting big man of all time. They've just been, blowing his career. And then they were like, oh, my God, wait, I should be using this opportunity to talk about Anthony Edwards. Wow, what an oversight by me. As somebody who has, for years, been like, D'Angelo Russell is the antithesis of efficiency and basketball that I want to watch. Loved him last year. Loved him. Put a hand up, and I was like, I'm wrong right now. I love watching you play this year. Maybe I didn't love watching him, but I was like, you know what? You're in a different mode this year, and I really loved it and respected it. Anthony Edwards, or Kermit Willis, for those who have seen Hustle, might be... Ooh, what's the timetable on this? I think in 5 years there's a chance he's the best player in the world. A slight chance, because I'm worried that Giannis is going to go down this path that LeBron has gone down, and we're just going to... I say worried. I would be ecstatic if Giannis for the next 10 years is the best player in the world, but he's not going to be, right? I think he is now. Wait, is that a hot take? Should I cut that? Am I going to get killed for saying Giannis is the best player in the world? I don't know where people stand on that anymore. Wherever they stand, they're wrong, I guess. Who do we think is funnier between Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards, just to make this come full circle and end the video? Because it's going nowhere. I would say, because it's weird with Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant is just perpetually online, so he has been able to absorb and consume the zeitgeist that is the internet, right? I don't know what Anthony Edwards' deal is. He seems more like an authentic experience. He gets all his jokes from shit that he does, right? Kevin Durant gets all of his jokes from shit that he reads on Twitter, which is fine because I'm the same way, and that's why Kevin Durant and I are basically the same guy, and I identify with him on such a remarkable level, despite being 12 inches shorter than him and scoring 30,000 less points in the NBA than him. I never saw Thunderstruck. Was KD funny in that? I got to tell you, man, because there's a weird credibility thing with certain with certain sports and movies. Sports movies are typically bad, okay? They're usually not that fucking good. You know how many football movies I've seen? I saw Rudy once when I was a kid, and I played football religiously as a kid. I played for 10 years. That's what I did as a kid. I wasn't into basketball. I got cut in 7th grade from my middle school basketball team. I played football. That's what I did, right? So remember the Titans? Loved it. Right? Coach Carter, basketball, loved it, but it always broke my heart. Because it's been a while since I've seen it. The scene where, what is this video about? The scene where Samuel L. Jackson is really proud of his dudes, and are they staying in a hotel or something? And he goes back to the hotel to celebrate with them, and they left to go to a party. It's something like that, right? It broke my heart every time I saw it, and I couldn't watch that scene. Shout out to Channing Tatum, who was in that movie before he was famous, and it's weird going back now and being because I remember watching it and being this guy's a dickhead, and going back now I'm that's Channing Tatum. That's just Channing Tatum. He's a dickhead, but it's Channing Tatum, right? Brooklyn, I would love if they made the play-in and fell on their faces. That's not gonna happen. I don't know, honestly. I don't have a prediction for Brooklyn. There are so many ways that this could go. For Minnesota, 45 wins. Book it.